Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for another update. I realize that in my videos I never say my name, so I'm not sure if you guys know my name. If you're a new viewer, welcome. My name is Claire. I am in my third pregnancy. I have a son that is almost 3 years old and a daughter that is 6 years old. I realize I never really talk about that in my videos. This is going to be my 13-week pregnancy update, and I do have some ultrasound pictures to share with you guys as well. And if you see me looking down, I'm going to be looking at my notes. And yeah, so let's get started. For symptoms this week, I have been experiencing fatigue, extreme fatigue. I mean, I'm so tired all the time. I'll sleep all night. I kind of just want to lay around during the day. I have to push myself to, get up and be active and do fun things and whatnot just to get out of the house. We were stuck in the house for quite a bit of time the past couple of weeks because it snowed for about a week and a half, and so she had no school and the roads were in really bad condition and it was just miserably cold. So we didn't go outside much then, and I think I just kind of got into the routine of like staying inside, laying around, not doing all that much outside. Of course we do indoor activities, but there's only so much you can do indoors. So I am getting back into the swing of being up more, being more active, getting outside more. I do want to start going to the gym again, but I'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. Another symptom I have has been acne, especially this past week. I've noticed so much new acne has came in. Just to like show you guys, I mean, you can't really see it when I'm far away, but obviously you guys can see all of this acne. Terrible. I'm so tired of it, you guys. I use face wash, I use face lotion, I use a good brand. It's called Murad. It's an expensive brand, and yet nothing is helping with this pregnancy acne. And typically when I'm not pregnant, I don't ever get acne. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 bumps in the month, but really, like, my face is always clear, never have acne. And now that I have acne, it will not go away, and it takes a really long time to heal. And I've talked about this in another video as well. I'm not exactly sure what the cause is as to why it'll take like weeks for it to heal, but that's what I'm stuck with right now, and it's not fun because I also don't wear makeup, foundation or powder, anything to concealer or anything, because I like my skin. I have a lot of freckles. I don't know if you guys can really see it. I have a lot of freckles. I love them. I love my skin tone. I love the way it looks. So I really don't wear makeup to cover my face, like with powder or foundation or anything. I've noticed when I do use foundation, I don't really like it as much because it dims my freckles. So I'm just kind of dealing with all this breakouts. I'm not trying to hide it. Another symptom I've been having is being insanely hungry. I said this in another video as well. I'll eat a meal and then like 5 minutes later I need to eat something else because I'm hungry. Letting my body have what it wants to have. As far as when it's hungry, I eat. But I do, with that, like I said, want to be getting back into the gym so that I can just kind of make sure my body stays somewhat fit. I mean, I know you're gaining weight and it's not going to be 100%, but I do want to keep the fat gain minimal, and I do want to keep my skin tight and looking good and everything like that. Another symptom I've been having is my breasts have been growing. I would say in the last, I've really noticed a change in my breasts in the past 2 to 3 weeks. In this past couple of weeks, my breasts have grown very much. They are not sore at all now, which I'm so thankful for. I have also been feeling more flutter movements. I feel this every single day. I love it. I feel like I started feeling flutter movements around, I put it in my video, it may have been around week 11 or 12 that I started feeling these flutter movements, but I still feel them every single day and I love it so much. It's so sweet to feel the baby move. In my other pregnancies, I would say it was closer to 15 to 17 weeks that I started feeling movements, but I think that since I'm so in tune with my body now and I've had a few pregnancies, I am really able to decipher the different feelings that go on in my body. So that has been absolutely amazing. I love feeling the baby move, and it's just the most reassuring feeling. Another symptom that I've been experiencing this week has been constipation. This is not really fun, obviously, and I'm not gonna get too much into it because like there's no need to, but I have been dealing with some constipation lately. The other symptom I have been experiencing that is a little bit TMI, but I'm pregnant, I'm sharing my pregnancy symptoms with you guys, is that I have been having increased discharge, and this is not from an STD. There's no concern on my part that this is from an infection or STD or anything like that. I feel confident that it is just, I believe it's called leukorrhea or something. I don't remember the term. I think that's what it's called though, which is pregnancy discharge that starts picking up in your second trimester. And it's just bothersome because I have to change my underwear a few times a day. Panty liners are not helpful for me. I don't use those because it irritates my skin and it like makes my skin raw. And even my OBGYN has told me before, like in my previous pregnancy, she said to just change your underwear multiple times a day as opposed to wearing the panty liners, because when the skin gets raw down there, it's so uncomfortable and awful. But yeah, so I have been having to change my panties a few times a day just because of the flow. Besides, it doesn't smell, like it's not weird, it's nothing like that. I know that it's normal, it feels normal to me. And yeah, so that's just another pregnancy symptom that I've noticed. For my cravings this week, I have been craving peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. This is something that my daughter actually pointed out to me. I didn't realize, but this has been a craving of mine for a few weeks. I'll like eat breakfast or eat dinner, whatever the meal is that I'm eating, and then I go and have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich like within 30 minutes of eating that meal, because I don't know, I love it. I always use like the organic peanut butter and it's crunchy, so there's no like added salt or sugar or anything like that. But for some reason I cannot get enough of it. Peanut butter and jam, whatever organic jam I'm using. I like raspberry jam and strawberry jam, but it fills me up. I feel like for some reason it's really hard for me to get full lately, and even when I do get full, it's more of like, oh my gosh, I'm so full right now, and then 10 minutes later I'm hungry again. So I don't know, my body has just been wanting more food lately, and I've noticed peanut butter and jelly sandwiches after a meal helps a lot. If I were to eat it just by itself, I would not be full, but it has been helping. Another craving that I've been having is grapefruit. Really any fruit, which I've said in a few of my videos is what I've been craving, but grapefruit is one of my main cravings. Every time I go to the store, I buy a few of them and I eat them religiously. They're delicious. And the other thing I've been craving is egg sandwiches. This sounds kind of weird, but I mean like a sandwich. So I use English muffins, and then I make a sunny side of egg with cheese, and then I either use bacon or some kind of deli meat with that. And then on the English muffin, I also put avocado, and that's so bomb. Like, I wish I had one right now. So for an update for you guys, as far as what I learned at my doctor's appointment last week, was that I had to actually increase my levothyroxine medicine, which is a thyroid medicine, because my thyroid is still not working how it should be. My thyroid stimulating hormones are increased. My body is working too hard or producing too much of that thyroid stimulating hormone. The thyroid stimulating hormone in turn is supposed to produce your thyroid hormone, but my thyroid hormone is not being produced, so the thyroid stimulating hormone is producing in excess. That's what my OBGYN noticed, so I did have to double my levothyroxine dose. She said that this shouldn't be harmful to the baby, it's just better in pregnancy if they keep this regulated. There have been studies that have shown that when your thyroid is out of whack, it can cause miscarriage and different things like that. So I'm just hoping that this increased dose actually helps, because I was taking the lower dose for over a month, and I was hopeful, you know, I was like, okay, I'm taking this medicine, I'm guessing everything's going good now, and yet my thyroid stimulating hormone was still too elevated. So I'm hoping this will be a good dose. If not, I'll find out my next appointment in about a month. But for now, yeah, I'm just taking this new dose every single morning on an empty stomach. Can't eat or drink for 2 hours. I said it in my last video, the neck measurement on the baby was really good when they did the anatomy scan, and then I also got back my genetic screening results and they came back negative for Down syndrome and trisomy 18. I believe I have a 1 in 10,000 chance for both of those that my baby does have that. So very low risk, and the measurements and everything look good with the baby, so I'm not too concerned. Obviously, everything is in God's hands. There could still be something wrong that I'm not aware of, but I do trust God and I do believe that everything is okay with the baby and that God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I know that there's no point in worrying or stressing or, constantly questioning if something's wrong with the baby, because God will allow or protect the baby from whatever God thinks both I and the baby can handle. So with that, I leave all of my faith and trust in God like always, and so far everything is going amazing, so I'm hopeful about that, and I feel blessed and happy with each passing day I have with this baby and having it grow inside of me and be safe and flourishing and healthy. Goals for this upcoming week are to get prepared for my daughter's surgery. My daughter, like I said, is 6. Her name is Addison. She is going to be getting her tonsils removed in about 2 weeks, and this is a mandatory surgery. Her tonsils are so big that they touch each other in her throat. She only has about 20% openness in her airways right now. She snores, she has sleep apnea, so she stops breathing for a few seconds when she's sleeping, and I've went over everything with the ENT as far as risks, and when a child cannot get into a deep sleep, it affects their memory, and it's just overall better for her health. When she gets sick, which she does get sick, she gets these chronic ear infections, and she actually loses her hearing when she gets them, but her tonsils will get so big that there's no room in her throat, and it's honestly extremely scary. So this is a mandatory surgery. I am even scared for her to get it because it sounds awful. Like, the surgery sounds awful about how they cut out her tonsils and burn it. It scares me. It really scares me. But this is something that she has to get done. And again, I've just been placing all my faith in the Lord and trusting in Him, praying to Him that everything will be okay. Some of my fears are obviously that she won't wake up from the anesthesia and just that there could be some kind of complication with the surgery. But again, I am trying to place all of my trust and faith in God's will and know that everything will be okay. So I need to get prepared for her surgery. I need to get her prepared, just kind of talking to her more about how she'll be feeling, which we have been talking about since her doctor appointment a few weeks ago, but just making sure that she's really comfortable and understanding of what's going to be done to her body so that she's not blindsided and just scared after her surgery. So besides that, I want to make sure that she has lots of books, like movies. I need to stock up on ice cream, fruits. I'm going to buy her some protein powder and also veggies that I can put into smoothies as well as milkshakes, get a bunch of popsicles, all that kind of stuff for her, so we are all stocked up and prepared and she can just relax after her surgery. Another thing I have on my goal list is to continue packing. I have mentioned this in a few videos that I am going to be moving in mid-April out of state. So I'm super excited for that. I'm really excited for the fresh start and to actually be closer to my family, because I do have my dad here where I live, but don't see him all that often, and I don't have the best relationship with him. So I do want to be close to my family, my mom and my brother, especially for when this baby is born. I don't want to just be here and not have that much support and be super far away from the people that I love the most. So I do need to get packing. I've packed my closet in my room. I've cleaned out, decluttered the hallway closet, and I've also started packing my children's room. I've packed all of their books and some of their clothes. And then in my living room, I had packed up all their toys and gotten rid of hundreds of dollars worth of clothes and toys and just stuff that we have way too much of and that they never use. And I still have boxes and boxes of toys that I'm going to be moving with. But yeah, I need to start packing my kitchen. I did completely deep clean it and just get rid of all the junk, the excess stuff in our pantry, paperwork, old cups, old dishes, everything like that that we just don't need to hold on to. Completely clean that stuff out. And then I also did take all of that stuff that I had, which was like 10 bags, 10 huge garbage bags of stuff, to donation, just so that we could get rid of it. It had been sitting in our hallway for about a week and I was just like, this needs to go. So we got rid of all that stuff, and I also cleaned out our dining room. So it's just a matter of really getting things packed. I do need to get more boxes from the liquor store. They're free boxes, so I'm just gonna use some of those boxes to pack up the smaller items like our dishes and things like that. The time is getting close. Like, it's close to like a month and a half, I would say, until I'm moving, and I still have a lot of things I need to get in order. So that's gonna be a goal for me this week, to just start packing more. I really need to get ahead of it. I have started to pack a lot, but there is still a lot more that needs to be done, and I don't want to be stressed last minute, packing everything like a maniac and having a huge headache and a bigger belly. So I'm doing everything while I can now. Another goal that I have is to find a new apartment. I have done some searching. I've told you guys about this in previous videos, but I do need to find a for-sure apartment. And then my mom, who is in the state that I'll be moving to, will go there and like check it out for me, take pictures, and then I'll need to put down a security deposit and just get everything lined up so that everything's in order for when it's time to move. My last goal for this week is to be more patient and to be more lighthearted. I am typically a very patient person, but I've noticed it's easy to not be patient and to just kind of be, especially when you have children, it's easy to not be as patient as you should be in letting them explain things and understanding them. It's easy to get wrapped up in the stress of the adult world and just all the moving parts of life. And I really just want to be able to take a step back and enjoy life for what it is, to be more patient in the sense that I'm not so quick to jump to a conclusion or a feeling or just blurting something out. I just want to take more time to understand it and then speak on it. And I feel like in that, being more lighthearted and happy will help a lot, because when I'm constantly stressed out, feeling like we have to go, 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 it's easy to feel like life is just kind of weighing down on you. And so I just want to kind of have that lifted and take more time to be more understanding and patient. One other thing, I realized that I meant to talk about it later on in the video, but I never did. I was wanting to share with you guys that I'm planning to get back into the gym. I have not been going to the gym at all, and I'm not like some huge like fitness guru or anything like that, but my apartment does have a gym and I have a key to it, so I can go to it any time. And I feel like it would be really beneficial for me to start walking on the treadmill, start doing some ab workouts, as well as working on my core strength. I love lifting. That's my biggest thing. I used to go to the gym consistently and I would work out pretty much every single day, and lifting has always been my number one thing. So I do want to get back into that, but I just really need to start being more active overall, because I haven't been all that active. And like I said, I do want to make sure to keep my body in as good of condition as I can while I'm pregnant, so that afterwards it's not some huge shock and disappointment and just insecurity that I look terrible. So I do want to work on tightening my stomach muscle. So I just wanted to add that in because I realized I wanted to talk about it at the end, and I mentioned that I would, and then I never did. I will show you guys my ultrasound pictures now. Let me just cover my name. Okay, so here is the little baby. Oh my gosh, I look at it and I love it so much. I have this on my nightstand, so I'm always looking at this every single day. Look at the precious little baby. So here's the baby's head, obviously. Baby's eyes. These are baby's lips, you guys. Look at those lips. Here, let me see if I can get it to focus. So I don't think it's really focusing all that great, but baby has big lips. We both have big lips, full lips, and so does this baby, and it's just so cute to look at. I can't handle that, you guys. So precious. Here is a side shot of my little baby. I'm so in love with him or her. During the ultrasound, it was bouncing around, so like it's laying down like this and it was like bouncing up and down. It was so cute. I loved it. And so yeah, baby's little nose, its lips, belly, legs. And I wanted to show you guys a comparison from last month compared to this month of baby, because I think it's insane and how much baby has grown in that short time. So this was last month. Here's the yolk sac, and baby's head was actually down and it was just a tiny little pea. And this month, so look at the difference. I can't even believe how much the baby has grown in such a short amount of time. Baby is the size of a navel orange this week. So I have my next OBGYN appointment in, I think it's March 13th. And I'm not exactly sure what they do for this appointment. It's not my gestational diabetes, and I don't find out the gender, so not exactly sure what this next appointment is going to be, but I'm looking forward. Hopefully it's an ultrasound. I love ultrasounds, so I'm going to show you guys my belly now, and then we will call it a video. In person, it's bigger. I just had to come back on here and apologize for the pit stains. When I was showing my belly, I didn't even realize how sweaty I got. I literally just took a shower and put the shirt on before I filmed the video. But apparently I have pit stains for days now. So I apologize for that, you guys. Wasn't trying to show you that. Not very attractive, but I hope you enjoyed the belly shot. And yeah, I will see you guys in another video, probably in a tank top, so that doesn't happen again. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!